So now we're going to have Emily going on to talk about the program.
Okay, thank you so much, Nathan. Hello, everybody. Thank you for your time today. Here to talk to you about the Niagara College Graduate Certificate Program. This is a program focused on university grads who are wondering what is the next step. It also could be a great fit for some of you already in college programs that are wrapping up who would like to continue your education as well. So the Niagara College Certificate Program in PR, it's geared toward university grads, as I mentioned. It provides a robust applied learning opportunity to focus on communications. It's an intensive and hands-on program with courses designed to prepare you to enter the industry with confidence. Students participate in a 4-week internship the month of April and have the opportunity to really drive this process. We have a long list of employers for students to choose from in different locations within the Niagara region, Golden Horseshoe, and into the GTA. Nicholas, who has just finished his PR studies with us as of this past Thursday, and I will say he was awarded our top student award. He starts his internship Monday, so shortly we could get Nicholas to share some insight into that process. Okay, so the program schedule both terms is Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. There are no classes on Mondays or Fridays. The days are fairly packed for those 3 days, but having the 2 days off is a definite benefit. I believe we are one of the only PR certificate programs who offer that. Many of our students work part-time, or they decide that they would like to do volunteer work those days or utilize those days for schoolwork. Should the program remain online in fall 2021, we deliver our courses live, and the feedback from the students on that has been really positive. We have an incredibly strong and supportive network of successful grads who join us throughout the year as guest speakers, as clients, and as mentors. And everything we do is focused on ensuring each student is industry ready for the internship and armed with the tools necessary to succeed. The program boasts an 83% employment rate, and we have grads working in a wide range of sectors, including arts, culture and entertainment, hospitality, sports, healthcare, academic institutions, nonprofit organizations, agencies, in-house at corporate headquarters, financial institutions, digital hubs, and government. In this course, you will be introduced to strategic digital communications, effective research and writing, media relations, career search techniques, crisis communications, internal communications, corporate social responsibility, special event management, computer applications, and much more. We also have on this slide deck a link to the program, which lists all of our courses that are available. Nathan, if you'd like to hit the next one, you're also welcome to contact me at any point. My email is here. It's emcInerney@niagaracollege.ca. You're also welcome to follow us on Twitter to see what we're up to, and our handle is @Niagara_PR. And what I would like to do is allow Nicholas to take a few minutes and share with you his experience in the program, which was delivered 100% online this year. As Nathan mentioned, the college will announce in May the plans for fall, but I can assure you we transitioned, I like to think, really smoothly and effectively into the online space. So if we're back in that space in September, I feel really confident that we will be able to deliver quality learning to you. So that said, I'll hand it over to Nicholas. If you wouldn't mind sharing a little bit about your experience this year, Nicholas.
Absolutely, Emily. I think Niagara College PR transitioned online fairly seamlessly. I think it's a near flawless program that was really reflective of all of the PR professionals that were also working from home, going on calls virtually, and doing things like that. I originally chose Niagara College because of the 3-day-a-week program. This is before COVID was on anybody's radar. I had applied to the program. I just knew that I have to work part-time to, support myself. And so that was a big opportunity for Niagara to really pique my interest. I also found that a lot of other curricula at other colleges were more focused on stakeholder relations and proposal writing and things like that, where the kind of PR and communications I was interested in seemed to be highlighted more in Niagara's curricula. With that in mind, I mean, when COVID kind of hit, working part-time was less of an option for a while, and I wasn't really sure what to do. I had contacted Emily personally, and we had kind of had a half-hour phone call before the program started, and she reassured me that if the online learning wasn't for me, that there's still you can get your money back within the first little bit, and that everyone was kind of learning together. And I'm really glad I went for it, because I found the program to be really validating and really enjoyable work. I think part of the benefit of being a Niagara College student is the really supportive faculty and alumni. I think one of the great benefits of the virtual learning was how many guest speakers were able to come in and speak to the class, much more than would have happened had we been in person. From those sort of guest speakers, whether it was a short talk or a long presentation, connecting with them on LinkedIn or over email afterwards has really grown my network of communications professionals. And something that a recent grad panel said was one of the most important things that we could do was to network and sort of grow out there. And that's how a lot of opportunities and jobs come up. So I think actually the increase in guest speakers due to the virtual learning and how easy it is to just hop on a half-hour Zoom call with somebody out of school hours is really an asset to the virtual learning, and it's led to some opportunities already. Otherwise, with the virtual learning, I mean, things like group work and working with organizations in the community still happened. I know that was something that was really appealing about the program as well, and it's a bit easier to coordinate group work. You don't have to have people commuting into the college and worrying about having to drive home and go to their part-time job. It's a lot easier to have people hop on a call for an hour and get some work done, and hop onto their next call if they have to go to do a work thing or something like that. So I found it a lot more convenient, but it definitely it makes for some long days on Zoom and some awkward Zoom silences, and but that's kind of just part of it. I think it's definitely a rewarding program for those that speak up and ask questions and make time to connect with the faculty. I know personally the time I spent off the clock with faculty was really rewarding, and really made me feel supported. And I'm feeling very confident going into the industry. I feel like I have all the skills. When I look at job applications now, I know what I would do. I know how to speak to my qualifications. We had mock interviews to prepare for interviews going forward. We've had a simulated crisis to speak to all these sorts of parts of the job, and yeah, I couldn't speak higher of the program, truly.
Thank you so much, Nicholas. Would you mind touching on the internship process? So just for those of you watching right now, what we do is we post all of the opportunities, and then the students are allowed to review the opportunities, really determine what resonates with them, what would work for them from a transportation standpoint, which right now the majority of our internships are, of course, online. But we really ensure the students have the opportunity to feel empowered and own that process. Would you like to share any insight in that process and where you're going, Nicholas?
Absolutely. Well, actually, Emily, something you said to me when we spoke before I started the program was that if there was somewhere that I wanted to go that wasn't on NAGRA's list, that they would get me as best they could on working for anywhere. And kind of where I kind of dream to go is where the college wants me to go. So I had originally entertained some opportunities that way that just timing wise didn't work out. I am going to an internship with a employer that's supported Niagara for a while, which is Enterprise Canada, which is a strategic communications firm with 4 locations in the country, but I will be at their local Hamilton location, be at their Hamilton location. Yeah, they've Enterprise definitely has a lot of ties to the program as well. The VP of Public Relations there is an instructor in the program, though he's very not involved in the internship process. During our mock interviews in one of the courses, we had an opportunity to kind of go through an interview with them. And I think that actually helped my chances of getting an internship with them as well. Once internships were posted, we reached out with cover letters and resumes to the employer, set up another interview, like a proper job interview. I had, one of the courses we take is, Emily likes to call it the How You're Going to Get a Job course. It's where you go over a lot of the sort of hiring best practices. And so, with a fresh resume and cover letter and prepared to, having already done a couple trials at job interviews, go in knowing some of the things they're going to ask and know how I was going to answer. And now I'm starting on Monday, and that could turn into a job after as well. Who knows?
Amazing. Thank you so much, Nicholas. Really appreciate that insight. And you and your peers, I feel, transitioned beautifully this year into the online space and showed a lot of growth and resilience and patience because, hey, technology sometimes let us down, but the majority of the time I feel we got through it. I agree with you. We were able to have so many guest speakers on. Normally we have a wonderful support system of employers and industry who love talking to our students. And yes, some of them do drive in from downtown Toronto or across the region, but it was so easy this year. We really could expand our network of industry guests because we were just asking them to hop online, and it was really fantastic from that perspective. And there were definitely some positives that I feel came out of the online experience. So I know we all love to be face-to-face, myself included, but I do feel it was a very seamless and still really effective year. And having engaged students, of course, contributed to that as well. So thank you so much, Nicholas. That is a really wonderful insight. And I'll hand it over to Nathan in case there's any questions from any students that he would like us to.
Thank you so much, Emily, and thank you so much, Nicholas.